We not going to stop. We just trying to keep getting better as the season going. Because we beating them teams, but we still getting better as a team. So, yeah, like, we just kind of keep going.
And I still feel like we haven't played our best yet. So that's one of our goals is we just keep getting better. We're going to keep getting better ourselves. We're not worried about rankings or anything because we know what our goal is at the end. We ain't got to that goal yet.
We got good kids. And, our staff's really fortunate. And I tell our guys all the time, whether after a win or a loss, I'd rather be in that locker room than any other one.
What's going on? We back. Another episode of the weekly wrap-up. What up, Dre? How we doing, baby?
Blessed. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing real good, man. Yeah, so let's get it on. I am Coach T. What's up, man?
I'm your man, T. Drake. And we're ready to get this thing rolling.
Absolutely.
We're going to start out with the Columbus City League North. Let's take a look at those scores. Taking a look at that. Really good matchup. As you see Friday, Linden getting a win, close win over Centennial, 48-47. Really big game there, Coach.
Absolutely. Big, tough win. All right, now let's look at the City League South from last week. On Wednesday because Tuesday, no school in Columbus, so we don't have games. Afrocentric beat South. Big win for them. They remain on top, undefeated in the South Division. Now let's take a look at the standings.
Taking a look at those standings, Coach. Taking a look at what we have coming in for the week matchup. Got Tuesday. Got a really good one coming. Mifflin versus Beechcroft. Should be really exciting. And also we got Friday. It's going to be a good game. East versus Linden. Good matchups coming down your pipe.
There it is.
All right, keeping it moving. Let's take a look over at the Columbus Catholic League. Had some really good games there on Friday. One that really stood out. Took a look at that Bishop Hartley winning 48-38, giving Watterson their first loss of the season. So it was a big win for Coach Andres and his squad.
Absolutely. Tough win in a tough environment. Now let's look at those standings. You see they've only played one game, each team, which was last Friday. And Hartley and DeSales both won. But there's going to be a big one this week, this Friday. We got DeSales traveling to Watterson. Big game. All right, we're going to keep it pushing. Let's look at the OCC scores from the previous week. Hilliard Derby continues to win. They are got to be the most improved team in the area.
Yeah, I would say so too, Coach. Let's take a look at the OCC standings. Take a look at how that's all shaking out. Also want to take a look at the games that we have coming up. Tuesday, we're going to have Newark going over and playing at Reynoldsburg. Friday, we'll have Gahanna traveling over to Pick North, which should be really good. And then we got the rivalry, Olentangy Orange versus Olentangy Liberty. Some really good basketball coming to you on Friday there.
Absolutely. Top-notch basketball. That Newark-Reynoldsburg, that'll be exciting, man, because Newark's going to play the D, and Reynoldsburg is very athletic. They get after it. And the Orange and Liberty is always a tough battle.
Absolutely.
But going back to the Ohio division, I got to see a big game at New Albany where Pick North traveled up there. Mm-hmm. Pick North was led by Arness Lawson, who finished with 28 points, I believe. I did leave before the last two points were made. But when you got two great coaches, and Tim Casey at New Albany and Jason Bates at Pick North, you know it's going to be a defensive game, it's going to be an intense game, and it's going to be a physical game, and that's what it was. Casey's team, they're going to run their stuff. New Albany ran their stuff and ran it until they got what they wanted. They really did not force too many shots. They were led by Miles Jackson. He finished with 21 points. Scored a lot of his points early because he was tasked with trying to slow down Arness. And that's tough.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, that's a real challenge. But I was really impressed with his, he rebounded from the guard position, and he handled the ball decently. shot the ball pretty well, finished around the rim. I was impressed with him. And also Marco Matucci. He's a junior, I believe. He ran the point. He got in foul trouble. He couldn't get out of foul trouble. But he got into foul trouble, and but he finished with, I believe, 15 points. Shot the ball pretty well, man. He has a really nice shot. Couple nice turnaround fadeaways. Can shoot the 3-ball. Really, really nice player. And of course, he needs to get stronger, and he will. But Arness was he really kept Pick North in it, man. He's however you want it. He gave it to you on the pull-up threes, catch-and-shoot threes, getting to the cup, jumping the passing lanes, finishing on the break. I mean, he's if he's not the best in this area, man, I need to see.
Yeah, somebody else. If it's out there, you got to make a case for it. This young man is playing some really good basketball right now.
Absolutely. And so I was really impressed with both teams. But hadn't seen New Albany. Mm-hmm. So I'd heard good things, and of course I knew good things because I know of the coach, and they did not disappoint, and they came out with a hard-fought Ohio Division win over Pick North. And also let's change gears and got out to Reynoldsburg.
Yeah. Coach went over and got a chance to get over there and talk to Coach Andrew Moore and his team. Got to sit down with them. As always, we want to bring you those up-close interviews that Coach gets to sit down and get to talk to Coach and get a feel for what they're doing over there at Reynoldsburg.
Absolutely. They've already beaten the past, the runner-up and the state champs from last year, so they're the team to beat so far thus far in the state.
My name's Toby Nwokolo. I'm a senior.
Jordan Fisher. I'm a senior also.
Bowens, junior.
Xavier McKinney, 6'4", guard, Reynoldsburg High School. I'm a junior.
Good. I appreciate y'all fellas. All right, now a quick question. How did y'all start playing basketball? And how did y'all fall in love with the game of basketball? Because you have to be in love with it to work as hard as you have to become Division I athletes.
I got into it by, honestly, my middle school days, just going to all AAU tournaments, all that. I started falling in love with the process. That's really it. All the hours in the gym, all the restless nights, just getting to my goal. That's how I fell in love with it.
I actually started basketball, taking my first steps. Like, basketball was the reason I took my first steps, trying to dunk in a little mini hoop. But I'd say I really fell in love with it over time. Like, as time went on, I realized that I really love this sport. And I really realized that it could take me somewhere in life.
Yeah, I started playing basketball since I was a baby. My family, everybody has been in basketball, so it's kind of born into it. But I started falling in love with it. It's just like I started watching it more, going to high school games and stuff, and seeing that that's what I want to do. It just seemed fun. Yeah.
I started hooping when I was younger, since I was a little baby, and I fell in love with it right when I started hooping. I had a basketball family also, so yeah, I always been in love with it, and yeah, that's it.
You grew up in the gym too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right, now fellas, tell me, who do you all pattern your games after?
I feel like I pattern my game after Paul George because I got that smooth, like an ocean just smooth, and I'm sailing. And I'm just smooth with it, yeah, Paul George.
LeBron, I just always want to be like LeBron James growing up.
Growing up, you couldn't tell me I ain't play like Kevin Durant, but now I say I want to model my game after Shea.
I'll say I model my game after Paul George, being a long, lengthy wing, skilled, all that.
All right, there it is. Now, fellas, we usually have you describe your own game, but we're going to switch it up today. I want you to describe each other's games. Y'all been together long enough. Y'all know how each other plays. So we're going to start with Jorden. Jorden, describe Jordy's game.
I describe Jordy's game as, I feel like Jordy is the aggressor of the team. Like, Jordy, he not scared to go guard. Whoever he got to guard 1 through 5, he'll go do it. He gonna crash the glass. and he's gonna dunk the ball. It gives us a lot of momentum every game. And when I drive, I make sure I get that look. And if I see Jorden, I'm throwing the lob.
All right, now Jordy, I want you to describe Toby's game.
Toby is a big guard. He a dog. I feel like everybody, all of us, is some dogs, and that's why you feel me? That's why we here right now. And I just feel like Toby, he can give us a buck whenever he's developed way, like he's getting crazy. His jumper, he can shoot, he can attack, and he can play defense too. So I feel like Toby is a big guard that can guard all five though. So he can guard you, but you can't guard him type of player, in my opinion.
All right, good. All right, now X, describe Jordan Fisher's game.
To describe Jordan Fisher's game is a bucket getter. He gonna get a bucket. If we need a bucket, we look for 2-4 in the court all the time. And we look for him as a leader sometimes. Even though he isn't as vocal, he's really emotional about the game. That's why I love him. He really shows he really emotional when he's playing. Now I love stuff like that.
All right, good. All right, now we're on the last one. Toby, let me know about X's game.
I feel like X is that pit bull, you know. I feel like he get up on you, he guard you 94 feet, he get a bucket whenever. I feel like he's that lead guard that we needed on this team.
All right, there it is. All right, I got a couple more questions for you fellas. Now, one that doesn't need to be asked is, what's the team goal?
State championship.
All right, now tell me what y'all individual goals are. What do y'all want to accomplish this season individually?
I'll definitely say an all-state selection, all OCC. Honestly, it's my senior year, so I'm striving for all them goals right there.
My individual goals is to make a name for myself at Reynoldsburg that's going to stick longer than just my time being here. Since my senior year, I got one more shot. I just want to do something that's never been done at Reynoldsburg.
Saying what he said, kind of like, I feel like Reynoldsburg hasn't done nothing that we can do. So I feel like that's just the goal I want to do. Just put my name. All our names is going to be known here forever if we do that. So.
Apart from accolades, I feel like my individual goals is I want to just develop myself for the next level really, and just always be thinking about the next level and have that mindset at all times and just get better, and all across the whole board, shooting, dribbling, defense, all that. Just get as best I can while I'm here.
All right, now all of y'all can answer this, or one or two of y'all can answer it. But you've taken down Toledo Whitmer, the state runner-ups, St. Ignatius, the state champions. Now y'all are perceived as the favorites for Division I state title this year. What's your mindset going into the rest of the season, knowing that y'all got that target?
Yeah, for real, that don't mean nothing. We not stopping, and we just trying to kill anybody in front of us.
We not gonna stop. We just trying to keep getting better as the season going, because we beating them teams, but we still getting better as a team. So we just kind of keep going.
And I still feel like we haven't played our best yet. So that's one of our goals, is we just keep getting better. We're gonna keep getting better ourselves. We're not worried about rankings or anything, because we know what our goal is at the end. We ain't got to that goal yet.
Yeah, we just want to keep winning out the whole season.
All right, last question. It's game day. Y'all in the locker room. What y'all listening to? What's on the playlist? What y'all listening to get you going?
But we love it. So I wouldn't say in the locker room, but on a bus ride, you gotta listen to some Drake. I just love Drake. I just feel like Drake just betters us as a team when we listen to Drake. Cause we all bond with Drake. Drake bonds us. He's like the glue to stick us together.
My pregame playlist is nothing but these two guys right here. You know, they get to singing on the mic, and I just love it.
They get it going?
They get it going.
Fellas, I really appreciate y'all, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're here at Reynoldsburg High School with the legendary Coach Andrew Moore. Coach, I appreciate you having us out here. Could you please briefly introduce yourself, tell us where you came from, how long you've been at Reynoldsburg?
Yeah, my name's Andy Moore. This is my 5th year as the head coach here at Reynoldsburg. I'm also the athletic director beginning August 1 of this year, so I'm on double duty right now. But yeah, I'm from Mount Vernon, Ohio. Grew up here in this area. My dad coached and taught in Ohio for 35 years, so kind of following his footsteps at this point. Our family and I, we kind of moved all over the place for about 25 years, and now we're back here at home, and we're happy to be here.
Excellent, Coach. Now, you always have a tough schedule. Why is that? What benefits do you see from scheduling such tough teams every year?
Yeah, you know, we've scheduled that way the last few years, and I think the biggest reason is our guys want to play in those games. They like to be in those atmospheres. They want to play the best teams possible. So that helps when your guys don't want to shy away from that. And then in terms of the tournament, just trying to have them as ready as possible come the end of February, 1st of March, and make sure we've played in different environments, played against different teams with different styles. We want to make sure they have as many looks as possible, again, to prepare for the tournament, because if we're fortunate to go deep in the tournament, we're going to see a lot of different styles. So we want to, and if we can do it against the best competition possible, we welcome that.
Absolutely. All right, now, you all have beaten Toledo Whitmer and Cleveland St. Ignatius, the last two finalists, or the two finalists from last year's Division I finals. How you keep your squad focused the rest of the year, knowing that now they've beaten the perceived best of the best this year? How you keep them focused?
That's a good question. We've talked about two things. We talk about two C's here: consistency and complacency now, and especially in practice. The consistency that I think we need to be successful throughout the season. And our guys have been pretty good about that, with their work habits in practice. So we know unless we stay consistent with our work habits, we're not gonna beat those teams coming down the stretch. And then complacency. We've talked to them already. Is beating Toledo, Whitmer, St. Ignatius, and Cincinnati Princeton, is that all do we want that to be the highlight of our season? And obviously we don't. So we try to talk to our guys about not being complacent. They got that taste in their mouth now about beating good teams, and how much more of it do you want? And that will be determined by how consistent we are in practice with our work habits.
Absolutely, and that message has spread to them, because that's the first thing they said: we haven't done anything.
Absolutely.
So good. Now, what's the identity of this team?
You know what? We're long. We're athletic. We have plenty of guys that can score the basketball. We're a team that would prefer to play 94 feet and create some offense with our defense, transition offense, things like that. But we're actually shooting the ball better from three this year than we have in my 5 years. We're at about 33% right now. We'd like that to get higher, but I think we have a variety of ways to score. Now defensively, we got a long way to go. We're giving up 62 points a game right now, and in a 32-minute high school game, that's too many. So we got to be more consistent. We got to play better, guarding the basketball is one of our biggest things, and then our defensive rebounding as well. But, I think our identity is getting more and more back to where we want it, as far as, we want to make sure although we're talented as well, we want to be the toughest, the hardest competing team each night too.
Absolutely. All right, last question for you, Coach. What do you love about this team, man? Because you can say, I can see it in your face, you're excited.
Yeah, we got good kids, and our staff's really fortunate. And I tell our guys all the time, whether after a win or a loss, I'd rather be in that locker room than any other one. You deal with some issues every now and then, and I'm going back for my whole 5 years here, it has been minimal. We've had good kids. They try and do what they're asking you to do. And so this group, these guys now, I've been around for 4 and 5 years. So they're special kids to me and our staff, because we've been around them so long. But yeah, I like them. They're fun to be around, off the court as well. They got great personalities. So, they're kids that I would trust with my kids, my own kids. So, I love a lot of things about them.
Well, that's good, Coach, man. I really appreciate your time. Don't want to take too much more. Best of luck to you the rest of the season.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Really appreciate Coach Moore for letting us into the gym and seeing what they got going on, man. They have great things going on the east side in Reynoldsburg High School. And that's it for us. But before we go, as always, Dre, send us out, man.
Yeah, man, just want to give a shout out to Coach Moore. As Coach was saying, and his staff over there. It's always, appreciated to be able to come over there and get a chance to spend some time with you and your family, your organization over there. Hey, as I always say, guys, get out. There's some great basketball going around in this area, around this 270 area in the state of Ohio. Get a chance, get out there, man. Go ahead and take yourself out there and treat yourself to some of this basketball. I know the kids really respect having fans out there and some knowledgeable people. And get to see for yourself who you think that talent is as we get ready to get towards the tournament a little bit later in the season, but a lot of ball to play before then.
Yes, sir.
As always, man, God bless.
Absolutely.
Everybody stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
One love.
Out.